Awesome. So I'm talking about a really exciting topic today that's totally something I don't talk about a lot, but I really, really think it is huge if you're ready to grow your business. And as you guys saw from the title, I'm talking about having a VA on your team who can help you. And here's the thing. You guys know I coach on, marketing, strategy, primarily, along with some business foundations and systems and things like that. But I hear a lot of people suggesting to hire your VA to do things like writing copy, doing things on your website, helping you with your social media. And I started that route. And maybe some of you guys here have. Let me know if you do have a VA and what their realm of expertise is, because I'd love to know. But when I did that, even as someone who really understands the marketing world, I just felt so lost with training them and setting up tasks and systems and making sure they were doing things right. It just was so difficult. And I find my clients and even just people I connect with have the same issue. And they all start with a VA who does marketing. Now, I'm not talking, bad about VAs like that. Totally awesome. But I'm talking if you've hired a VA and you've really struggled, or if you want my opinion on the best things to have your VA do from the get-go, that's what I'm sharing with you. And these are literally things that my VA does, plus she does so much more little things that saves me anywhere between 5 to 10 hours a week, every single week. That's a lot of time if you think about it. And it's all things that I would be doing that I totally don't need to do. It really doesn't take any training to get a VA doing this stuff, and you can hire a really affordable VA to do it. So we'll just jump right in. But does anyone have a VA? Let me know. Tell me if you don't either. If you've never ever had one, if you've tried it, or if you do have one. And thank you for the hearts, guys. Okay, so one thing that my VA does is completely organize my inbox. So I created a folder called Needs a Folder, and I created a folder called Unsubscribe. So unsubscribing to things and creating folders and organizing takes a lot of time you really don't realize you're spending. So literally, I answer an email, I put it in its folder. If it doesn't have one, I put it in Needs a Folder. And if I want to unsubscribe to it, instead of messing with that, I just put it in Unsubscribe. Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, good to know who's in here. The other thing she does for me is helps me set up and schedule all of my collaborations. So she has my bio and my headshot on hand, a few options, and she sends them to anyone who asks. And then she sets up the calendar event with them. So if it's a podcast or an interview, or even just someone wants to brainstorm with me or whatever, she sets that up. That's something I shouldn't have to do. And if any of that comes in, I just send it right to her. And I've been able to do so many more collaborations because I don't feel so stressed out when someone emails me to do one. The other thing she does is she checks in with the rest of my team. So good morning. So I do have, quite the team. I have someone in person, I have this VA, and then I have a couple people on and off who do little things. Well, she checks in with all of that. If anything's late, if anyone has questions, she makes sure that everything is flowing. Yeah, so she has my calendar, access to my calendar, and she knows that I work Monday through Friday. She can schedule anything between 9 and 4. And then she can see if anything else has been scheduled, and she also knows when my coaching clients, when their times are, so she keeps those open, and any other team meetings she keeps open. So that's really helpful. So we'll recap really quick. 1, organizes my email. 2, sets up collaborations. 3, checks in with team, and I have 4 more, but now I'm answering some questions. So stay tuned because there's 4 more things. I found her on Upwork. She's absolutely amazing. I really suggest Upwork because there's such an array of people. There's people there who are really, really experienced in the US with decent rates and high rates if you're looking for somebody to do something very particular. But there's also people from out of the country who are super cheap, who are also good. And some tips for hiring on Upwork are ask some really good questions about their favorite things to do, their goals for the next year, and what's the next thing on their list to learn. Because that lets you see their communication and also how far out ahead that they think, and also if they're a good fit for your team. This VA I pay $15 an hour for, and she's literally amazing. And I think she started for a little less than that, but she's amazing. Let me know if you have any other questions, but I'm going to do the final 4 things. She is Well, she is in the U.S. She's from the U.S. and lives here, but she actually travels on mission trips. So she's actually leaving for the Dominican Republic. Cool. But, she actually, she's from the U.S., so pretty much the answer is yes. So the other thing she does for me is checks in with all of my clients to see how they're feeling about things. So as you guys probably know, or if you don't, I do a little bit of coaching and a little bit of Facebook ads work. So she checks in with those clients and gets testimonials from them. She has them do surveys and she gets feedback from them, and that helps us really improve our client experience. The other thing she does is inputs all of the tasks. So if I have a project in mind, we'll schedule a call. I literally sit there on video chat with her and I'm like, okay, so I want to have this, I want to get people in this program or whatever, and that means we need to do 3 webinars. Each webinar we need to do this, this, and this, plus send at least these emails, post these posts on, and she just schedules it all for me. So like I get it out of my head into Asana and it's done. It's out of my head. We also have Slack, which is on your desktop, and it's like an instant messaging system. So if I ever think of anything, I just open up Slack and I'm like, remind me on Thursday to do this. And she knows that that means to add it in Slack. So I can get rid of all the Post-it notes I have all over my desk, all like the to-do lists that grow and grow and grow, and just get everything out to her. And it really helps keep me not overwhelmed. The last 2 things, she creates systems. I don't even know what she does. She just does so much stuff. Like, she really takes initiative to automate things, which is really helpful. And then the final thing is she completely runs my calendar. So she makes sure that nothing ever gets overbooked. If she sees a client that hasn't booked their session for the week, she contacts them and makes sure they do that. She'll remind me of anything that comes up. She also books things like, my dog has a vet appointment in like a half hour. She booked that. She booked his groomer. She can book my doctor appointments, just things like that. She calls Sprint, those things that you're sitting on the phone forever. She does all of that and puts it right in my calendar. So that saves a lot of time doing things that I really shouldn't have to do. And she does other things too, but these are like my favorite things that she does. So this is just a shout out of gratitude to her, and also to let you guys know what I think are some really easy things to outsource to someone that can save you like 10 hours a week for an affordable cost too. Yeah, you're so welcome. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions about VAs. It's one of my favorite topics because I used to be a VA. I used to do marketing VA work for about 2 years as a freelancer. So I feel like I'm pretty good at helping people hire and things like that. And thank you for the hearts, guys. I really hope that this was helpful. You can see I'm like crumbling up my notes now. All done with Periscope. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, thank you. You know what I say. I will just sit here for 20 minutes while you guys heart it up. But it doesn't look like there's any questions. I do want to let you guys know that tonight, this is totally unrelated, I'm having a webinar on how to find your ideal clients online. So we're going to go over Facebook groups, but we're going to go over a lot of other places online that nobody else is really talking about lately, where you can find ideal clients in your audience, especially if you have a niche where your ideal audience is not entrepreneurs. I know a lot of you guys struggle with that. So if you want to sign up for that, it's tonight at 5, plus you'll get the replay. TaylorManningCreative.com.